this is not an easy read, so thank you. It helps the theater in many ways. I also have to point out in the back is Kathy Carabello, who works with Jim, and she also is the person I drive crazy with all these requests that we need for the theater. So she's always very gracious and helps us. And she's another one. There's been a theme today that Kathy is aware of. Lassie always asks last minute for things. Yeah, we all know that. So anyway, let's give it up for Kathy. Next year we'll get Kathy to read. We didn't.
Next year.
Yeah, next year. So we have Anthony Nicoletto is one of our actors. He's going to narrate this scene. Dale Friedman, one of our actors, is going to play Molly Bloom, who is an opera singer. She's a diva, spends most of her time in bed, as you'll find out through the day as we are introduced to her parts. And Jim Allen, of course, is going to read Mr. Bloom, who is married to Molly and is taking her breakfast in bed. And then we have another one of our actors, one of our youngest actors, in fact, with the Repertory Theater, Mia Terrazzini, and she's going to read Bloom's daughter, Molly's daughter, Silly Millie, for you. Okay, so thanks. All right, here we go.
Two letters and a card lay on the hall floor. He stopped and gathered them.
Mrs. Marion Bloom.
His quick heart slowed at once.
Bold hand. Mrs. Marion.
Poldy!
Entering the bedroom, he half closed his eyes and walked through the warm yellow twilight towards her tousled head.
Who are the letters for?
He looked at them.
Mulligan arm. Millie. A letter for me from Millie.
He said carefully.
And a card to you. And a letter for you.
He laid her card and letter on the twilled bedspread near the curve of her knees.
Do you want the blind up?
Laying the blind up gently, Tugs halfway in his backward eye saw her glance at the letter and tuck it under her pillow.
That do?
He asked, turning. She was reading the card, propped on her elbow.
She got the things,
she said. He waited till she had laid the card aside and curled herself back slowly with a snug sigh.
Hurry up with that tea,
she said.
I'm parched.
The kettle is boiling,
he said. But he delayed to clear the chair. He stripped petticoat, tossed soiled linen, and lifted all in an armful to the foot of the bed. As he went down the kitchen stairs, he called,
Poldy!
What?
Scald the teapot.
On the boil, sure enough. A plume of steam from the spout.
He scalded and rinsed out the teapot and put in 4 spoons of tea. He tilted the kettle to let water flow in. Having set it to draw, he took off the kettle and crushed the pan flat on the live coals and watched the lump of butter slide and melt. While he unwrapped the kidney, the cat meowed hungrily against him.
Give her too much meat, she won't mouse. Say they won't eat pork. Kosher. Here.
He let the blood-smeared paper fall to the floor and dropped the kidney amid the sizzling butter sauce.
Pepper.
He sprinkled it through his fingers, ring-wise, from the chipped egg cup. Then he slit open his letter, glancing down the page and cover.
Thanks. Newtown. Mr. Coghlan. Lock Old Picnic. Young student. Blazes Boylan Seaside Girls.
The tea was drawn. He filled his own mustache cup.
Sham Crown Derby. Smiling. Silly Millie's birthday gift. Only 5 she was then. No, wait, 4. I gave her the ambroid necklace she broke, putting pieces of folded brown paper in the letterbox for her.
He smiled, pouring.
Oh, Millie Bloom, you are my darling. You are my looking glass from night to morning. I'd rather have you without a farthing than Katie Keogh with her ass and garden. Poor old Professor Goodwin, dreadful old case. Still, he was a courteous old chap. Old-fashioned way he used to bow Molly off the platform. And the little mirror in his silk hat. The night Millie brought it into the parlor. Oh, look what I found in Professor Goodwin's hat. Oh, we laughed. Sex breaking out even then. Pert little piece she was.
He prodded a fork into the kidney and slapped it over. Then fitted the teapot on the tray. Its hump bumped as he took it up.
Everything on it? Bread and butter, 4, sugar, spoon, or cream. Yes.
He carried it upstairs. His thumb hooked in the teapot handle. Nudging the door open with his knee, he carried the tray in and set it on the chair by the bed head.
What a time you were,
she said. She set the brasses jingling as she raised herself briskly, an elbow on her pillow. He looked calmly down at her bulk between her large soft bulbs, sloping within her nightdress like a she-goat's udder. The warmth of her couched body rose in the air, mingling with the fragrance of tea she poured. A strip of torn envelope peeled from under the dimpled pillow. In the act of going, he stayed to straighten the bedspread.
Who was the letter from?
He asked.
Old hand, Marion.
Oh, Boylan.
She said.
He's bringing the program.
What are you singing?
Lachi Darren with J.C. Doyle.
She said.
And Love's Old Sweet Song.
Her full lips, drinking, smiled. Rather stale smell that incense leaves the next day, like foul flower water.
Would you like the window open a little?
She doubled a slice of bread in her mouth, asking.
What time's the funeral?
11, I think.
He answered.
I didn't see the paper.
Following the pointing of her finger, he took up a leg of her soiled drawers from the bed. No, then a twisted gray garter looped around a stocking, rumpled shiny sole.
No, that book.
Other stocking, her petticoat.
It must have fell down.
She said. He felt here and there.
Voglio e non vorvede. Wonder if she pronounces that right, Voglio. Not in the bed, must have slid down.
He stopped and lifted the valance. The book, fallen, sprawled against the bulge of the iron-keyed chamber pot.
Show here.
She said.
I put a mark in it. There's a word I wanted to ask you.
She swallowed a draught of tea from her cup and held the knot handle, and having wiped her fingertips smartly on the blanket, began to search the text with a hairpin till she reached the word.
Mekin what?
He asked.
Here.
She said.
What does that mean?
He leaned downward and read near her polished thumbnail.
Metempsychosis.
Yes. Who's he when he's at home?
Metempsychosis.
He said, frowning.
It's Greek. From the Greek. That means the transmigration of souls.
Oh, rot.
She said.
Tell us in plain words.
He smiled, glancing askance at her mocking eye.
The same young eyes, the first night after the charades. Dolphin's Barn. He turned over the smudged pages. Ruby, the pride of the ring. Hello, illustration. Fierce Italian with carriage whip. Must be Ruby Pride of the on the floor naked. Sheep kindling lamp. The monster Maffei desisted and flung his victim from him with an oath. Cruelty behind it all. Doped animals. Trapeze of hanglers. Had to look the other way. Mob gaping. Break your neck and we'll break our sides. Families of them. Boned them young so they met in psychosis. That we live after death. Our souls. That a man's soul after he dies. Dignum's soul.
Did you finish it?
She asked.
I'm sorry, that's my do it. Yes. There's
She said.
nothing smutty in it. She in love with the first fellow all the time?
Never read it. Do you want another?
Yes. Give another of Paul de Cox. Nice name he has.
She poured more tea into her cup, watching it flow sideways.
Must get that Capel Street Library book renewed, although write to Kearney, my guarantor. Reincarnation, that's the word. Some people believe,
He said.
that we go on living in another body after death, that we lived before. They call it reincarnation, that we all lived before on Earth thousands of years ago or some other planet. They say we have forgotten it. Some say they remember their past lives.
The sluggish cream wound curdling spirals through her tea.
Better reminder of the word, metempsychosis. An example would be better, an example. The bath of nymph over the bed, given away with the Easter number of photo bits. Splendid masterpiece in all colors. Tea before you put milk in. Not unlike her with her hair down. Slimmer. 3 and 6 I gave for the frame. She said it would look nice over the bed. Naked nymphs. Greece. And for instance, all the people that live there.
He turned the pages back.
Metempsychosis.
He said.
It's what the ancient Greeks called it. They used to believe you could be changed into an animal or a tree, for instance. What they called nymphs, for example.
Her spoon ceased to stir up the sugar. She gazed straight before her, inhaling through her arched nostrils.
There's a smell of burn.
She said.
Did you leave anything on the fire?
The kidney.
He cried suddenly. He fitted the book roughly in his inner pocket and, stubbing his toe against the broken commode, hurried out towards the smell, stepping hastily down the stairs with a flurried stork's legs. Pungent smoke shot up in an angry jet from the side of the pan. By prodding a prong of the fork under the kidney, he detached it and turned it turtle on its back.
Only a little burned.
He tossed it off the pan on a plate and let the scantly brown gravy trickle over it.
Cup of tea now?
He sat down, cut and buttered a slice of the loaf. He shored away the burnt flesh and flung it to the cat. He put the forkful into his mouth, chewing with disconcernment. He toothed some pellet meat.
Done to a turn. A mouthful of tea.
Then he cut away dies of bread, sopped one in the gravy and put it in his mouth.
What was that about some young student at a picnic?
He creased out the letter at his side, reading it slowly as he chewed, sopping another die of bread in the gravy and raising it to his mouth.
You're up, silly Billy.
Choose some.
Oh, here. Here's a little bit down. Here's
It
Papa.
says dearest.
Here's Poppy. Thanks ever so much for the lovely birthday present. It suits me splendid. Everyone says I'm quite the belle in my new town. I got lovely box of creams and writing. They are lovely. I am getting on swimming in the photo business now. Mr. Took one of me and Miss Will send when developed. We did great bids yesterday. Fair day and all of the beef to the heels. We're in. We are going to walk out on Monday with a few friends to make a scrap picnic. Give my love to Mommy and to yourself. A big kiss and thanks. I hear them at the piano downstairs. There is to be a concert in the Greville Arms on Saturday. There is a young student boy's
Comes to you.
song about the seaside girls. Tell him silly Millie sends my best respects. Must now close with fondest love. Your found daughter Millie. P.S. Excuse bad writing. I am a hurry. Bye bye. M.